Thank you for tuning in on another great episode of Empowering People, guys. Today, we're just going to cover about Redfin and the only tool you're going to need in order to understand whether you're in a buyer's market or in a seller's market. And guys, in general, you do not need to be a homeowner to use this data. This is very important for you to understand if whether you're looking to buy a property, whether you're paying the right price for that property in that market, guys. Okay. And I'm going to dive today. I'm going to show you how to interpret the data. Okay. And also, I'm going to use a personal case study. I just received a recent deal. Okay. And I want to know whether or not it is a good deal and whether or not it's the right price for that market. And you and I are going to review that in this video shortly. Okay. But guys, without further ado, I'll show you Redfin. It's a great tool. A Griffin has delivered literally everything you need to know about your market on one website. In fact, guys, I'll tell you this, top producing agents like myself, have used this data each time we need to interpret what's going on in the market. Because truthfully, a lot of tools now, you got to pay extra on the MLS and market and data like this, it's going to cost you money. Okay. So a lot of agents are coming to the Redfin. The information is fresh, it's up to date, and you can't miss, you can't hit, you can miss the target without this. Okay. Now, guys, let's dive into Redfin. Now, Redfin provides you a monthly housing market data, guys. When we look at the data, we have a graphic here that is very welcoming colors. And in fact, it's giving you all the metro areas. We have Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Chicago. So we have also at a national level. Now, we want to see what's happening in the housing market at a national level. All we got to do is hover over the red and we can see what's happening in this at the national level year over year, guys. Let's look at what happened last month because the data is always interpreted a month prior, 30 days, compressed, and then delivered. Okay. Um, so we can see that at a national level, home prices is $234,000. That's the median home price, guys. Now, if we want to see what's happening, let's say let's take LA for example. Okay, the black. Now the home median price is 900,000, guys. That is a very drastic change. You see how we went from national level to more local, right? And the numbers change. And that's exactly also what happens with your home, guys. If you got to understand what price in your home. It could be just the same way. You see how I jumped from national, went from 400 to 900. It doubled in price because we went more local. Same thing happens with your property. Your zip code could be pricier than what it seems to be happening at a county level and overall. So we want to make sure what's happening in our backyard, and we're going to dive in that deeper here shortly. Okay. For now, let's take a look at. We want to understand the home sales. Like when is the time that people are buying the most property, guys? And all we got to do is literally look at this graph that is super user friendly. And it gives us back all the way to 2012, guys. So you have 12 years of data to interpret this. You don't need a magic ball. I don't need a magic ball. If I were to hover over this, I can automatically start determining because it looks like there's a consistency here, right? And I can see overall that year over year, it seems like the same metric on during the same time, it spikes, right? So just like a heartbeat. All right. So let's take a look at 2019 because for a lot of folks, um, the media and at a national level, everyone felt that the real estate market was at its best during 2019 and so forward. So we hover that, we can see that the highest month has been, it starts around April, May, and then as we go into the summer, schools finish, we can see an up peak in sale. Now it does cool off a bit as we go into the months of July, August because of school, right? Everybody now, their attention is settling down on the new home or it's just came off of selling their home. Overall, the focus right now is just school and getting set back into the new program. But then as we jump into October, there is quite a spike. People say, hey, let's grab some properties, let's get the attention back. But overall, in a nutshell, the best time we see year over year of getting in the market, it's really May. May, as we enter mid-May to June, the hottest time of the month, year over year. Look at the peak. Look at that, June. Let's look at the highest peak in 2000 in July. So June, July. All right, let's go back to 2018. Let's see which one had the highest peak. Oh, May. All right. So as you can see, May, June, July, you can see it starts getting real busy. Overall, also spring break. Spring break is another time people get to see, come down and have fun or go around, explore different areas, and they fall in love and then decide to buy a second property or even sell their current home and relocate altogether, guys. So also take that into account and really take into account what is your current situation. If you need to move now, for whatever job reasons, whatever that looks like for you. But just really determine what's your current situation, and if you can wait to get into a market where it's going to be more favorable, you're going to have a more upbeat of buyers and potentially get more for your home, then you might want to definitely take a dive into that. Now, guys, if I want to see also what am I up against, how many listings are one of the listings hitting the market the most. Again, we could take a look at year over year and the same explanation of the graphics, right? What is the hottest month? As we can see, April this year, 2016, May, June, and July. But overall, year over year, we can definitely determine, once again, when to enter the market based on the heat index, right? So another thing you really want to understand, folks, is whether you're in the buyers or sellers markets, as I mentioned before. And one of the key things that can help you determine that is looking at the inventory. Now, the inventory, it's really going to help you determine, whether you're in a buyer seller's market. If you have low inventory, as we can see here in 2022, as houses just skyrocket. And that's because we had a low inventory. Let's take a look at 2021, when the whole situation just started sparking and the cost of money was a lot cheaper. We could see these huge dips, okay, in the inventory, which then rises the prices of home, supply and demand. That's what that comes in, guys. So overall, Redfin delivers so much value, guys. I mean, this is super simple. Please follow me, right? Agree? Did you agree that this is simple? Just drop a comment yes, please, below. Just drop a yes, please, because this is super, super simple. All right, guys. So yes, we take a look at the inventory and we're going to determine whether or not we're in a buyer seller's market, if we're in a healthy market. And overall, year over year, we can see, again, if we go back to 2019, where they're considered was a healthy market, and we go hover over, let's say, March, April of 2019, the inventory was at to round it up, 1.6 million. Now let's hover over 2024 April, okay? And right away, we can see 1.1, or actually 1 million, right? Because we want to round it to the nearest. And overall, guys, clearly we're about 600,000 to 700,000 homes short, and this is at a national level. That's a very, very significant number, guys, just so you know. So overall, we still haven't even recovered. Looking at this data, this doesn't tell me that we're headed into any crash. If anything, we're normalizing. Okay, guys. Now, let's dive deeper and let's go into the month of supply, because when we dive into the month of supply, that is one of the biggest factors I look for to understand whether we're in a buyer's or seller's market or in a neutral market. Okay, so now we can again see year over year, we can go all the way back to 2012. And I mean, guys, look at this, 10 months of supply. At a national level, 7.5 months supply. Guys, this right here tells you clearly you're in a buyer's market. And how you determine it you're in a buyer's market? 6 months of supply or more. Okay, guys. Clearly, we can see in this market people that purchased in 2012 and still sitting on that property today made a lot of money in equity, guys. I'm seeing it all around. I've seen guys buy properties for $80,000 in great locations and worth over two million today. Over 1.4 million, just 70, 60, 70, $80,000. Not even 12 years ago. So overall, in a nutshell, hopefully that helps you understand when you're in a buyer's market, it gets extremely competitive. In most cases, we're gonna have to give something back to the buyer. You're gonna want to see who you're up against. What are the recent properties sold? What did they do to sell their property? Did they stage it? Did they give money towards the buyer so they could pay their closing costs or buy down the rate? You really want to look at what your neighbors are doing when they selling, so that way you can implement the same strategy. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. I promise you. I try to reinvent the wheel and I realized you don't need to do that. Okay. So overall, year over year, we could take a look at the inventory. And again, guys, this is going to help us determine whether we're in a buyer seller's market, what's the current inventory health, because this is drastic. Now, let's take a look at a national level. And when we look at the national level, our inventory is less than 2.5 months. That means that if another property were to hit the market, and this is for March, today, or let's say that day of March, that means that at a national level, there will be no houses for sale. I mean, that will literally skyrocket the home prices. I mean, beyond what you see today. And we could see here, let's say this is Seattle. Look at that. Seattle only has 1 month of inventory. Another property doesn't hit today. That means that Seattle will have no inventory, guys. And overall, this is really going to help you determine, guys, is it a still strong market? Is the market crashing? This is not an indication of that, at least in these metro area market. Okay, guys, you want to understand again that real estate is really local, as down as your zip code to your block. Okay, guys. Another great thing that we use, another tool for understanding whether you're in a buyer's or seller's market or how healthy the market is days on market. What is the median days on market? How long it's taking you to sell your home, guys? And when we look at a national level, we can see overall that in March, it was taking 40 days on average at a national level for homes to sell. Guys, that's a pretty low number. That's actually really a strong seller's market, okay? And when we hover over Seattle, 6 days, guys, you see how the number is drastically lower. That's why you have to really understand what's happening at a local level, guys. And by far, I'm very impressed. You see, aren't you? And you see how simple it was? All we have to do is understand our market, our metro area. And overall, when we want to break it down to something that is hyper local, right? We want to know what's happening in the market. All right, guys, remember I told you about that deal they sent me? Well, here's a new colleague that I've been working for years. She mentions that she's working on a new construction. She started a great project. And I said, okay, well, shoot me the project. She gave me the asking price. I looked at the videos. Now, I do want to know whether or not this new construction is worth for that market, 350,000. Does it support the market, right? And without further ado, I'm gonna scroll down here. I'm gonna click here where it says Redfin U.S. housing market, guys. It's gonna prompt another window, okay? And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna search bar. I'm actually gonna enter the zip code for that area that I was sent the information. Now, this person tells me that this is a great area to invest and that the area, it's amazing. Now I want to make sure that it supports the price. I also will do due diligence, let's say the nearest job. Also, I want to know the schools. I want to know if people are really buying in that area. Truthfully, I really want to know people buying, especially because if people are not really buying in the area, then it's not telling me that there's a really strong migration, okay? And therefore, the demand for rentals or the demand for, your home equity increase is not going to really be there, okay? So without further ado, I'll click on it now. Right away, I mean, the graphics don't lie, right? The numbers don't lie. It's right there for you, super, super, super simplified, okay? Now, when we look at the graphic, it tells us, and this is at a zip code level. This is not even really taking the full count into consideration, which is Okeechobee. Hopefully, I mean, I know the analyticals are going to kill me with the name Okeechobee, right? But I guess I'll make sure I added somewhere there so you understand what market I'm actually analyzing. Obviously, you can see the zip code 34972. So I'm getting really local. I'm not even doing the whole county, the whole state. No, I'm breaking it down to what's happening in that area, in that zip code. All right, guys. So overall, we can see here that the home median price, okay, guys, is 225,000. Now, let me ask you something. If the home median price is 225,000, would it be a smart purchase or a smart investment to buy a $350,000 house? I'll let you answer that. And if you have the answer for it, drop the comment. Leave it. I'll leave you open to it. Now, right away, I'll be concerned to be paying $350,000 even for a new construction in this area because again, there's medium home price and not support that. The other thing that I'm seeing here that is concerning is the days on market. It's taken about 65 days on market for a property to sell. And on average, okay, this same time last year, there's been a home drop for 11.8%. It means that less people are actually starting to buy in that area. That's quite a significant drop, by the way, 11%. When we look at the numbers, because it's very minute, I mean, you're looking at, let's say there were 37 homes sold in April this year, down to 43 last year. So, it's quite a significant drop. It's almost 10 properties less. I mean, again, we're looking at it from a micro level. Okay, now it's just very central and local. All right. Now, if I want to see, okay, Redfin goes dive deep, man. I mean, this tool is amazing, guys. It's so simplified. If I want to see, okay, is this a hot market? Okay. Redfin right away is telling me not a very competitive market. In fact, the index is at 24. A very competitive market. I could show you one, and you're gonna. In fact, we're gonna click on one here shortly. But for the sake of you understanding this here, it's telling me right away the average home seller for sells for a price 5% below their asking price and on 56 days. All right, so on average, the home seller is getting 94.1% of their asking price, guys. Now, only 13.5% of homes sold for above the asking price. Okay. If I want to know more about the schools, what's sold in the area, obviously everything it's really here for you. Let's take a look at school district because that's another big factor when you're buying a house, right? You want good school district. Also, you want to take account how far people need to travel or how far you need to travel for employment. You want to factor that time in. And overall, we look at the school, because that's where we send our kids for most of the time. And right away, obviously, I can see the scores are not so favorable, guys. I'm looking at fours, threes, 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I'm not very motivated. I mean, you even have a 1 out of 10. And then we look at the high schools, same thing, guys. So overall, like I said, Redfin is an amazing tool. This right away, this information here, just this page alone, right away telling me that I wouldn't invest not even more energy in further in searching whether or not this is a good investment for me, as my colleagues suggested that is a great place. You see that? So this should be helpful for you, because sometimes even the people you trust might be misled themselves because they don't have the information. Okay. And if you don't go and educate yourself on doing this, you're going to be making the poor decision too. And I'm letting you know right now, I specialize in foreclosure, and I'm seeing a lot of people that are currently in foreclosure because they made huge mistakes. And but that's another video, guys. I don't want to talk about that today. I want to be negative. This is about being positive and showing you how you can actually execute just like a professional using Redfin, guy. Redfin is going to be your best friend. Let's see. I hope that you really did find a lot of great value in this. At least you're able to, use these tools to enhance your decision making, because truthfully, the mission of empowering people is to help you make a better sound decision. Now, I actually picked a good, one of the areas that I like working the most. And as we can see here, the average days on market, it looks like 19 days, around 19 days. I'm seeing them as low as 5 days. Overall, we see that the home median price is 480. So now look at the index for is this a good hot market or not? And overall, the index, so this is what I was trying to point out to, is 78, guys. So that means that it's a really hot and strong market. 14.5 days for home to sell overall. Homeowners get 98.5% of their asking price. You see, is even much stronger, guys. And about almost 20% gets more than their asking price. So overall, guys, this is an amazing tool on data that helps you interpret. You see, now let's look at the school district. See the difference? 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So overall, it's you can see it's right away. It's a completely different area to buy in, with a lot more demand, with a lot more equity gain. But you can see it here, year over year. Okay. Overall, guys, I really hope that you like this video. I really hope that Redfin helps you making your decision. And if you still need me, I'm here to help you. Please drop your comment, drop the like button. And I look forward to doing more amazing videos like this. So please, if you see that I missed something here or you need more information, drop your comments and I'll make something just for you. Have a great day.